taken it time? Is the Overlord of the Vortex still in the sea? It hasn't destroyed Liyue yet.
What are you doing here?
Huh? Hold on. It's the Adepti. What are you doing on the Jade Chamber? Paimon thought you were arguing with the Qixing. Is the fighting over?
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude, we have agreed to put our differences aside for now and unite against this common enemy.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So how do you plan to defend Liyue? Just seeing this Overlord of the Vortex guy puts a pit in Paimon's tummy, even from all the way out here.
It's not just you. We've got new Millilith recruits who can't even stand at attention without shaking. The force of an ancient god's presence seems to be too much for ordinary people to handle. Which is why we must stop that monster before it gets any closer to Liyue Harbor.
So the Archon War was fought 2,000 years ago against enemies like that thing? Now that's scary. So will the power of the Qixing, Millilith, and Adepti gathered here be enough to stop that god?
We've already discussed this together, and our conclusion is...
What? But all of you are supposed to be the guardians of Liyue. Can't you think of something?
One certainly could.
Huh?
The Qixing did once research the matter of the Guizhong Ballista when it piqued their fancy. And as fate would have it, one who did craft the Guizhong Ballista with one's own hands is here. For what could you mortals ever learn of Adepti mechanisms? Yet, it would take one, but a little tinkering to turn this ballista into an engine of war beyond your wild...
I suppose this is one blessing from the Adepti that we should be thankful for. So be it. We shall use the upgraded Guizhong Ballista to fight off that god. All the Adepti here can lend their strength to man it. We haven't a moment to spare. Our battle begins now. Yep.
The Fatui! They're attacking the Guizhong Ballista!
The three Adepti are manning the Guizhong Ballista. Do not let the Fatui disturb their work!
All able Millilith, with me!
Let's go help too!
We Adepti have not faced a god in several millennia. Let one see what you're made of then. What strength remains within you? One wishes to witness.
Let's move.
touch of frost.
That seemed to work.
Submit for judgment.
I see through you!
That is Osial's divine power. I am very familiar with it. Be careful not to get hit.
The Fatui! Their attacks are unrelenting!
How daring. Snezhnai's diplomats will answer for this afterward. Every last one.
Barely a scratch.
The ancient gods attacking again! There are so many Fatui too! We can't look!
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children?
Huh?
Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
This is adeptal energy! That light from your body, it's like the time in Julia's cars! Wow! It's Madam Ping's shockwave! This granny's really strong!
My work. Finish the descent.
To ashes!
You can't run! Looks like I went too far. This is it.
With the blood of the Chelian, I guard you against evil. Cast your fear of injury by the wayside, and fight with all your might. I too did this during the Archon War.
Huh. So this is what Ganyu's like in a fight!
My name means swiftness. Take my power and run as I do.
We're going too fast!
Not bad.
Child, you are strong in body and spirit. Perhaps you... can withstand 3 forms of adeptal energy at once.
This will hurt a little. Please bear with us.
Once you've adapted, try to use them in battle.
This isn't right. I guess this is it.
Submit for judgment. A touch of frost.
Not breaking a sweat! My work.
Forth my blade. From whence
Exercise caution. I fear that the god's power has reached its peak.
In other words, if we hold here, there's nothing worse to come, right?
submit for judgment. One with my blade. To dust! Eyes on me!
No escape!
My duty is set.
Look at me. Just
From whence you came!
Cooked food. Disgusting.
let me amuse myself a little.
not in peace.
The interlopers are no more. Now we may commit ourselves fully.
It's working! We just need to keep this up!
Be careful now.
The Guizhong Ballista is destroyed. Without its covering fire, retaliation shall be difficult.
But the Jade Chamber is our last line of defense. We can't give another inch, no matter what.
I have another idea.
What do you mean, Lady Ningguang?
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
What is the meaning of this?
I understand.
Traveler, lend me a hand. Farewell, old friend. Goodbye for now. Let us meet again in the future.
Is it finally over?
The ominous aura of that monster has indeed the effects of the Sigil of Permission last but a short time. It will be some time before the Overlord of the Vortex can make any waves again.
We are indebted to you for your assistance. If the Adepti hadn't happened to be here, the future...
Save your flattery. We didn't just happen to be here. Surely you won't pretend to have forgotten the
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloud Retainer. I've heard that when Ningguang began learning to do business, she had already started setting aside part of her then limited. At first, it was only the size of a small room, but with continued expansion, it has become the palace that lies. It is a testament to Ningguang's entire life, both as a businesswoman and as the back. Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed in the defense of Lyra means much to her. To me, such cooperation and sacrifice deserves at least some recognition.
Well, I was really hoping you would say that such sacrifice could at least be used as... Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very well why the Adepti came here today. But please forgive us.
Oh?
3,700 years. According to our records, the Adepti signed a contract with Rex Lapis to protect Liyue 3,700 years. Even to this very day, Liyue and its lands have stood the test of time, immovable as. But that does not mean that the Liyue do not merely cast your protective gaze upon the land. Instead, focus your sights on our city and each of the citizens that dwell within it.
Are you questioning our means of protecting Liyue?
I mean no offense. I simply hope that our Adepti forebears would see Liyue in a new...
Forebearers, you say? One doubts you would be fit to be part of such a...
This morning, Rex Lapis appeared to me in a dream.
What?
In the dream, I yearned to tell him that we Qixing. I also thought to tell him, but I dare...
Oh, Ningguang.
Yet another perspective.
Right. That's something that the Animal Archon sought to quell the strife.
Each of the 7 nations.
Though your point is the very height. As Adepti, we've become a laughingstock. To be
All right, all right.
I apologize for appearing in full armor. I am afraid I cannot show the proper courtesies.
And who are you?
I am Feng Yan, a sergeant of the Millilith. I have come to extend my thanks. I thought this battle would perhaps be my last. But thanks to the aid of the Adepti, our forces were not as badly battered as I feared we might. Although I am a mere mortal soldier, I promise to hold the line and never betray the grace given to us by the illuminated Adepti this...
Huh? Why does everyone look so down? Didn't we just beat that big monster?
Weren't you frightened, dear? It was...
I wasn't afraid. All the strong Millilith guards were there, and those powerful heroes with their visions were there. Everyone was... When danger is near, everyone always protects me. And the rest of the time, they make fun toys and tasty snacks and loads. Thanks for protecting Liyue Harbor. Please, come visit us for the next lantern rite.
Unfortunately, we wouldn't be able to participate.
Huh?
Because we are Adepti.
Oh, okay. It must be... Oh.
You see, this is what Liyue is like today. The country of contracts is grateful to the Adepti for their protection. But it is no longer necessary for the city to rely on the Adepti's power to solve every... Although their blood is weak, there is still strength to be found in those we call mortals. The time of contracts between gods and Liyue has long since passed.
Seeing the port around us now, it is hard not to feel a bit out of place. Wouldn't you...
Your line of inquiry is askew. One did not spearhead this expedition.
Seems like the Adepti have had a change of heart.
Let us return now.
Eager to leave, conqueror of demons.
Yes, one understands what the Conqueror of Demons means. The city of Liyue has changed much after our long separation. One fears that by the time one finally grasps the new contracts of Liyue, you humans would have once again changed the place beyond. Fair enough.
Since we Adepti have consensus, then one shall persist no further. But how will we ensure that the Liyue Qixing will not simply exploit their power once we depart? In my view, that...
All right, Mooncarver, you needn't worry. It seems to me that this right of supervision is best left to the people of...
Looks like the conflict between humans and Adepti was avoided. All's well that ends well, huh? Oh, right! It's nice that we've got peace and all, but we're forgetting one thing. Child wanted punish the god so he could lure Rex Lapis out. But we were able to handle the Overlord of the Vortex on our own. So Rex Lapis never showed up. Oh, and speaking of that,